Hey there, I'm Dr. Brenda. I'm a sociologist, financial coach, founder of Gutsy Women Finances community, traveling the USA in my RV with my three cats. Welcome to How to Finally Get Started on Your Amazing Dream Life. This is a recording of the presentation only, and I do this for three reasons. Number one, when you come into one of my live workshops, we talk about finances, we talk about dreams, we talk about personal stuff. I actually don't record those workshops because I don't want that distributed online. This is personal stuff. I want you to feel like you've got the privacy you need to discuss things that are very close to your heart. Secondly, I mentioned I'm a full-time RVer traveling the USA, so my technology isn't always the best. By doing this presentation only and giving you a clean recording, I can be free of all those technical glitches that might interfere with a live workshop. Third piece is, you know what? You're watching a rerun, you're watching the recording. You can speed this up as fast as you want. I know your time is valuable, so now you just get right to the information. Okay, so I want to welcome you here today. This is actually my cat Dolly hanging out in the Christmas tree back when I was in the house. These workshops are meant to be very interactive. They're meant for you to actually get involved here, do some work. So I want you to take out a pen and a pad of paper. Yeah, I am dealing with a little bit of a cold, so my voice is hoarse today. So my apologies there. So I want you to get started by telling me how clear your dream life is. Number one, is it really muddied, or is that like muddy waters? Number five, are your dreams crystal clear? So write that down, 1 to 5. And you can pause this presentation anytime you like if you need time to think or suddenly, got to wash the dishes, whatever it is, you can pause and come back. But while you're here, please, no distractions. Put the phone aside. I want you to focus today on yourself and on your dream life. Okay. Who is this for? This is a workshop that is designed for you if you're looking at the big picture. You're ready to think about getting beyond that day-to-day world and look at what you want out of life. You want a deeper understanding of what's holding you back. You're also ready to take action. You're eager to take those steps that are going to craft a better life. And some of this might be difficult for you. This workshop is not for you if you think dreaming is silly and unproductive. It is not for you if you will not take responsibilities for your own actions. And it's not for you if you are one of those folks who automatically shuts the door to opportunities and possibilities. If you're not willing to open that door, it is okay to exit now. So, are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? I hope so. Let me start by sharing my story. Now, this looks like a before and after photo, and it's not, part of this is my physical health that has transformed as I have launched into my dream life. Now, I had a crazy busy career, and it was high stress, high levels of work. And I'm going to tell you what, I don't really think I had a dream life. I lived for the next vacation. I was so busy. I was a single mom raising my kid, having this high professional career. And I didn't have time for dreaming. I kept thinking about, what happens maybe when I retire. I kept pushing my dreams off. And then, one day the work just got to be too much. I I lost my job. I got fired. Something I never thought would happen to me, but it was a dysfunctional work environment. And I actually, did that to myself. It was like, it's time to move on. That was my subconscious mind saying, enough is enough. I'm done with this. So I became a financial coach. I took courses on how to be a financial coach. I created online programs, created my coaching programs, and I did this while sitting at my dining room table at my house in Virginia. And I put on a lot of weight because, the refrigerator is really close. That's my break. I was lonely working there all by myself. My kid had left, gone on to live an independent life. And one day I'm just like, you know what? What am I doing? Here I am creating all of this stuff for women to be financially free. And I've worked myself to build enough financial freedom to take some risks. I don't want to be sitting at my dining room table anymore. And so I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I knew that I love to travel. I love being outdoors and I enjoy meeting people. How can I do this? And how can I have a business? My business, maybe I just go all online. I don't have to meet with people in person. And of course, COVID came along. Now we're all used to being online. So it's like I opened up those doors. I walked into an RV showroom. I'm like, I, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew I could trade in that house, no mortgage on that house, and whatever happened with the business, I would be okay for several years to come. But I had to do this. I had to regain my health. I had to regain my perspective. And truthfully, I was a little bitter about the whole, workplace experience. And it was time to move on. And just like that, I had a dream. I had a new dream. And now I am living this dream. So I've taken off the weight, I've gotten fit, I have discovered joy. It's something deep down inside that I had never really experienced before. And that is my story of how I sort of built those dreams. But it's also a message for you that your dreams might be cloudy and muddy and really vague at this point. It could be crystal clear, but a lot of us are so busy that with that day-to-day life, we have this definition of success. And we want to get off the treadmill, but it's scary getting off the treadmill. So I am living my dream life, and I never ever thought that would be possible. And that's what I want for you. Whatever your dream life is, let's go after that. So that is what this workshop is about. And I'm always upfront with you. I talk about Gutsy Women Finances. So towards the end of this, I'm also going to talk a little bit about what's inside Gutsy Women Finances, what the paid programs look like, the Wealth Builder program. I've got a Nuts to Bolts to Financial Freedom Academy, and then weekend workshops. My flagship, my keystone program is the Wealth Builder program. So I'm just going to give you a heads up now. I'm going to talk about that as we get towards the back end of this presentation. Okay, so why am I talking about dreams? I'm a financial coach, right? So why am I talking about your dream life? Well, to be financially free, to build financial freedom and financial independence means that, you know what, you've got to understand the logistics. You have to prioritize, and it requires making some sacrifices. There's a blogger, and she says, you can afford anything, you just can't afford everything. And that dream life is the engine. It is the motor that propels you to making those decisions, better decisions with your money, to building financial freedom, to making some of those sacrifices. So my bigger program, I like to think about the whole journey to your dream life, your financial freedom, as four pieces: dream, plan, save, do. It really is that basic. You got to have a dream, you make a plan, you save your money, and the hardest part actually is doing it. And ideally, it's going to occur in that order: dream, plan, save, do, right? But a lot of times we might not know what the dream is. it's totally cool to keep saving because that dream is going to emerge. So this is just a small nugget of the larger picture of what I talk about in my workshops, in my courses, in my group coaching programs. So that gives you a little perspective of how the dreams fit into the larger piece. All right. Are you ready to go? Now, I asked you to take out this pen and paper. Now, I want you to tell me, are you ready to go? 1, not so much. 5, yes, I'm ready. I want you to be ready to dig into this. I want you to write down, yes, I am ready to get going on my dream life. Okay. I also want to know if there's one thing you'd like to get out of this workshop. What is it? What is it? If I don't get to that piece in this workshop, I'm going to give you an opportunity to email me later, and I'm going to help you out. Okay, let's dive right into this workshop. We're going to talk about 3 of the common roadblocks that women often have when it comes to pushing forward on their dream life. And we're going to talk about how to shift so that those roadblocks are working in your favor. Okay. Here's the first roadblock for many people. It's the mindset. We're really not sure that we can do it. So it's like, can I do it? I don't know. I don't know that I believe in myself. I don't know that I have the tools, the confidence, the resources. I don't know if I believe that I can do this. So that first thing is the mindset. And I want to tell you a story. I did a lot of travel when I was, working in my crazy career. And one of those work assignments was in the Virgin Islands. And I know, tough assignment, right? So, if I'm in the Virgin Islands, I'm not all about work. I'm going to take a day or 2 off or a day or 2 extra. I'm going to do stuff. So I was there with my child, and we boarded the ferry going from St. Thomas to the island of St. John. And we had lessons, a snuba lessons. It's a mix between snorkeling and scuba diving, in case you didn't know that. But I'm on the ferry, and I noticed this older woman with a look on her face that I've almost never seen. I couldn't take my eyes off her. She was at peace. She was just taking in the beauty and glowing. She was glowing. And I thought, well, does she have the secret of life? What is it? What is it? We got off at the ferry and we hop on the same open air taxi. We get off at the same place. Well, it turns out she was scuba diving with me and my child. And so we're walking down the beach and she tells me her story. She says, Brenda, I was married for, my whole life. And my husband and I, we talked all the time about what we were going to do when he retired. We had all these fantastic plans to see the world. He retired, and guess what? All he wanted to do is sit behind the TV. That's it. He didn't want to go anywhere. He didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to get involved didn't want to do anything. And my life was just there in that house, crumbling away, crumbling around me. And I knew I had to do something. I ended up leaving my husband, and I'm here in the Virgin Islands. I'm a volunteer for one of the environmental groups, and I'm just doing everything I can do while I'm healthy, while I can still do this. I'm living my dream life now. I mean, think about the courage it took for her to do this. I mean, it's a courageous act to do this at any age, to go out and follow your dreams. But she was an older woman, and to do this on her own, what courage and what joy she had inside of herself to finally release those chains and be living this authentic life, just appreciating the minutes as they tick by, out scuba diving with us. I mean, that was just an amazing story. And so somewhere along the line, she had to begin to shift her mindset from, I'm not going to wait anymore. I only have so much time left in my life. And it was scary for her. It is scary for all of us when we're making a big shift, when we're talking about moving toward our dream lives. But it all began with small steps. I'm sure she did her research. What do I want to do? I want to promote environmental causes. I want to contribute to the earth. So that became a mission. Then she figured out how to do it, how to get involved, how to do this, create this amazing opportunity and live on the Virgin Islands for a period of time. I don't know where she was off to next, but she didn't start by just boom, this is it. She took some small steps to get to where she needs. So when your dream life is big and it's scary, it's okay to start with smaller dreams. It's okay to start with small steps. The key is to start. So that first roadblock mindset, you can switch that around. That is within your control. Here's the second roadblock that I see a lot. It's called reality. Reality. Usually the reality is I don't have the money and I don't have the time to even pause in my day. I don't have the time to think about a dream life, let alone take steps forward on that. And I get that too because I was the single mom. I am the single mom. And I worked in a nonprofit. Everything was grant based, so I had to keep applying for grants and bring more money in and do more work. And my time was measured in 15-minute increments. That's how I had to fill out the timesheet, which grants I was going to bill to, how did I spend each 15 minutes of my time. And that was my reality. I was exhausted by the end of the day. I couldn't do much at all by the time I rolled into the house and, just like, okay, have some drinks, watch TV, go to bed, do it all over again tomorrow. That was reality. So I was building up my finances during that time, but I sure didn't have the time. So the thing that gets in the way is reality, our circumstances. And I have lived in poverty where I was just trying to make it through the day. How do you get past that? How do you say, you know what? I'm going to put that on the side. I do something every year. It's vision boarding, and I have a workshop on that every single year because it's so important to create a vision of the way you want to spend your life. In this vision board exercise, you've got to do two things. You've got to pretend that money is not a limit and time is not a limit. You have all the money, all the time in the world. Now, what are you going to do with it? So you have to suspend reality. Now, when I was busy working, I had accumulated a lot of vacation leave. Something changed, and the big change happened when I took a month off, an entire month off. I'd never taken that amount of time off, at least, not while I was healthy, not just for vacation, in my entire adult life. And I learned how to carve wood at a workshop. I hung out with friends in the Shenandoah, mountains. I visited family in Wisconsin. I did so many neat things, and it gave me a little taste of what it would be like to live a dream life where I didn't have to watch, I didn't have to measure my time in those 15-minute increments. So if you can do this. I know you can. Set 15 minutes aside from every day and just think about those dreams. Suspend reality. Suspend time and money. Now, this third roadblock really presses down on a lot of women, and that's the expectations. What do people expect of you, and what do you expect of yourself? So, my last workshop, I met a woman who was very successful in her career. And she told me, she said, you know what? And people have told me, if I'm not a CEO at this time in my life, I have failed. We have all of these external measures of success, and she didn't make it. She wasn't a CEO. So in her eyes, she wasn't successful. We keep those expectations of others, those expectations of society are things that we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to get that education. We're supposed to build this career. Now, here I am in an RV on an island. And for many people, well, that's not successful. I should be sitting in the office. I should be making these presentations to these really important people. I should be writing my academic articles. I should be doing all those things. That's what others might expect of me. We've got to switch that whole idea around. Think about what you want versus what others expect of you. Those expectations are things that hold you back. It becomes a roadblock. So, one of the words that's, thrown out there a lot is authenticity, your authentic self. So for me, when I talked about the things that I love, the travel, being in nature, hey, even my cats, and just meeting people, that's my authentic self. But it took a while to find her. Those first 3 months on the road were scary. I wondered what I was doing. And I allowed all of the emotions in. I wanted to know who I was deep down inside. And that is challenging. But the only way you can get past those expectations that others have of you and those expectations that you've grown up with, that you probably have of yourself, is to spend some time alone and to think about all those things that bring you joy. Okay. So those are the 3 roadblocks and the 3 ways to shift the way we think about things. So it's your mindset, that holds you back. It's, I can't do it. We got to switch that to, I can do it. It's reality. It is reality. And let's suspend it for a while. And it is those expectations. When you can remove those roadblocks, you have freedom. You have the freedom to fly. You have the freedom to go out and build that dream life. So I asked you to take out that pen and paper. And this is the great time to use it because I want to ask you what your roadblock is. What is preventing you from dreaming or going after those dreams? Is it your mindset that you can't believe it? Is it the expectations? Is it reality? Is it something else? What is it that is the roadblock for your dreams? Write it down. Take a minute. Really think deep down inside. What's at the heart of whatever is stopping you? Okay. When you've written that down, come on back. I want you to pause and go on this journey with me. Let's do a little visualization. Will you do that? I want you to take a deep breath. And I'd like for you to close your eyes. Now imagine that your dreams are out there. They're just on the horizon. And just like a sunrise, it starts with a glimmer of light in the distance. And that light becomes brighter as the morning progresses. Now imagine that it's the first day of your dream life. As you awaken, a smile creases your face. This is your new life. You've got this incredibly gorgeous day ahead of you. You don't have any worries. There's no list of things that have to get done today. You are here for yourself. Just like that sunshine is so bright, it fills your body with joy. It fills your entire body as your day begins. You feel free. There's no stress. You're free to fly today. Welcome to your dream life. Okay, open your eyes. How did that make you feel? Could you feel that stress melt off your body? Are you excited about building that dream life, whatever it may be? And again, dreams change over time, and dreams coalesce, dreams crystallize, but you've got to open those doors to dreams. So I told you at the beginning, I want to talk a bit about Gutsy Women Finances and the programs that I offer, because I want you to build that dream life, and I want you to build financial freedom so that you aren't weighed down by money issues. So with your permission, I'm going to move forward and talk a bit about my primary program, my keystone program, which is called the Wealth Builder Program. So we've got workshops, right? Every month I move through a new theme. December is Dare to Dream. January, GYST, get your shit together. January. Budget Love is February. Each month I rotate through a new theme, and as a wealth builder, you can participate in 2 live workshops every month that's devoted to that theme. You have access to all of the recorded workshops. You've got downloadable tools. You have a way to connect. That's great. That's what's inside. Here's what I want for you to accomplish when you join the Wealth Builder Program. I want you, number one, to grow your money. I want you to write down your net worth, and I'll show you how to do this when you start the program, and your net worth a year later. I want your net worth to grow. Okay, that's big. That's number one. Okay, that's all about growing your money, your finances, going towards financial freedom. Second thing I want for you that you're going to get out of the Wealth Builder Program is you're going to make better financial decisions. Partly because you're going to have that strong mindset I talked about, that roadblock. That is not going to be a roadblock anymore. You're going to have the confidence, you're going to have the tools to make better financial decisions, and you're going to understand how your habits are involved in the big picture. A lot of our spending is based on habits. I want you to align your spending with your priorities. And yeah, we're going to build priorities. So 2, you're going to make better financial decisions. Third piece, let's go back to this dream life. You're going to have a robust dream life. I'm going to help you gain clarity on what you want out of those dreams. Not just gain clarity, but help you take those steps forward to build that dream life. The fourth thing I want you to get out of the Wealth Builder programs is a community, is a support network, is encouragement. You do not have to do this alone. So we have forums. There are ways to connect with other women who are on the same journey as you are to build financial freedom and to make their dreams happen. So that's what the bulk of that Wealth Builder program, grow your net worth, understand your habits and make those better financial decisions, build that robust dream life, and become part of a community. Get the support and encouragement you need. Ultimately, I want you to be that woman on the ferry. I want you to have that glow in your face, that joy, so other people are looking at you and like, well, she knows the secret. What is the secret? I want you to be the woman on the ferry, hopefully at a younger age. Okay. So that is the Wealth Builder program. It is a paid membership. I welcome you into the program and build that wealth, build those dreams, be part of a community, make better decisions, have a better life. I love this quote. This is like my quote. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? And this is Mary Oliver. And it just is a reminder that we get one shot at this. We want a wild and precious life. We don't want a dull and boring life. We don't want a routine life. We want to create a precious life. And that's what the bigger picture is about. That's what financial freedom allows you. That's what your dream life should be about, building a wild and precious life, however that means to you. Okay, so we've covered quite a bit here today. This is my email. You have any questions, go ahead and email me, and check out gutsywomenfinances.com. Go to the Wealth Builder program, check out the Financial Freedom Academy, check out our weekend workshops. Go inside, look around. You can't break it. You got any questions, just send them my way. I want to thank you so much for being part of this workshop, and I'll see you inside the Wealth Builder program. You guys take care. Bye-bye.